Everywhere you look in Greece, you see superfoods, whether it's at the central market or the middle of nature. Today, I've invited a well-known Greek nutritionist to my kitchen to share some of his superfood recipes with me.
Nice.
Together, we'll make a black-eyed pea salad with tangerines, figs, and nuts.
It's delicious.
And very, very healthy and really low in calories, huh?
And an ancient dessert of wheat kernels, Greek honey, nuts, and dried fruits called Varvara.
It's really dense and luscious and juicy.
I'll make spiced carrot soup topped 3 ways.
All these beautiful flavors have kind of melted into each other. Join me on my Greek table for a healthy, delicious superfood feast.
By now, you've heard time and again about the incredibly delicious and healthy Greek diet. Iconic dishes like great spanakopita or the classic Greek salad are 2 well-known examples of tasty, satisfying food that happens to be really good for you. But the goodness of Greek cuisine goes way beyond that. The wealth of plant-based recipes that are main courses and the range of healthy dishes that fall across every dining category, from starters to desserts, is vast. But more than anything else, there are some pretty amazing natural superfoods that are traditionally Greek. Ingredients like therapeutic herbs, both fresh and dried, used to season food, but also to sip. Great honey, some of the best extra virgin olive oil in the world, a rainbow of table olives, and beans and legumes like lentils and gigantes. Nuts, especially pistachios, walnuts, and almonds. Greek yogurt and masticha are just a few such traditional superfoods that have always been part of the Greek diet. Couple them with the vibrancy and quality of seasonal fruits and vegetables, and you've got a recipe for healthy cooking and eating that's great for the whole planet.
I'm expecting my friend Manos for lunch today, and we're going to talk about different aspects of the Greek and Mediterranean diet and all the good, healthy foods that we eat here. So I thought I would make something that, to me, has literally been an everyday superfood for at least the last 20, 25 years. And I raised my kids on this dish. So we're just gonna start with some olive oil. My pot is nice and warm. And I've got red onion and some leek. I just like to sweat the onion and leek a little bit, coat them in the extra virgin Greek olive oil. And I'm gonna get my carrot in here next, and the sweet potato. I'm gonna give that a stir. I also add a little bit of white potato to this. It acts as a thickener for the soup. You could also use a little bit of rice if you like. I want to get a little bit of salt in there, both for flavor, but also to help draw out the moisture in the vegetables so that they cook a little faster. A little bit of turmeric, the superfood spice. Most spices have all sorts of antioxidant qualities, cumin, and a little curry powder. Star anise, just for flavor. And you want to remember how many pieces, because we're going to take them out before we puree it at the end. So just going to give this all a stir. By adding the spices now and cooking them a little bit with the vegetables in the olive oil, you basically give their flavors a chance to bloom in the pot. Cover the pot, let the vegetables sweat. This is gonna take about 7 or 8 minutes. They'll soften up a little bit. And in the meantime, I'll chop some garlic. All those beautiful spices are filling up my kitchen. This is exactly what I meant by sweating the vegetables. Everything's blending really beautifully together. I can smell all those spices. It's time to add the garlic and the ginger. just as the vegetables soften up. And ginger, which is a total superfood, filled with antioxidants. And I really just want to soften up the garlic and ginger. The next thing I'm going to do is just add the vegetable stock. And you want enough to cover the contents of the pot by about 3/4 of an inch or an inch, and let that cook now for about 35, 40 minutes until the vegetables are really soft. It's been simmering now for about 40 minutes or so. Everything's really soft. The one thing you want to be sure to do before you puree it is to fish out the star anise. It's time to puree the soup. The soup is done. Might be a little bit thick, so I'm going to add a little bit of vegetable stock to this. You can make this as thick or as thin as you like. This is exactly the texture we want. It's thick, but it's also really velvety. I just want to get a taste of that. Wow, that star anise is really, really delicious, very prominent, but so is the cumin, so is the turmeric, and so is that curry powder. I want to add a little balsamic vinegar, just for balance, and a little petit mezzi, that's very ancient sweetener. It's grape molasses. And just mix that all together. You need to have a balance of acidity and a little bit of sweetness in most dishes, but especially in the carrot soup, because the carrots and the sweet potatoes also have an underlying sweetness. We're ready to serve the soup. You can serve this as a first course or a main course. It makes a great lunch, but it also makes a very elegant dinner. And one last bowl here. I want to garnish the carrot soup with a bunch of different Greek superfoods, a little bit of Kalamata olive paste to start with, and we just want a tiny dollop of that, a touch of olive oil, and a little bit of parsley on top. And it's actually a really nice balance of flavors because the acidity of the olives, that tartness, is a beautiful counterbalance to the sweetness of the carrots and all those spices. The second one I'm going to do is just a simple yogurt and a little color if you want. That's also a combination of kind of tartness and the sweetness, and so is the next one, which is the feta cheese. Get that just over the surface of the soup. I'm going to add a little bit of this beautiful petit mezzi. It's a wonderful combination of contrasting flavors. And that's pretty much it. This is our everyday superfood carrot soup made with probably the most common vegetables you can find at any supermarket anywhere in the world. But I made it a little Greeker, so turning this international carrot soup into a Greek carrot soup called karotosoupa. Enjoy. I'm really excited to talk to you today about everyday superfoods with my lovely guest, Manos Dimitroulis, who is one of the best-known nutritionists in Athens and also a food blogger. I read your blog, Diet Stories.
Yeah, Diet Stories.
So we're going to cook some healthy, delicious recipes for you.
For today, I will prepare for you black-eyed beans. We will boil them first for 10 minutes. we will strain them and use vegetable stock. We do that in order to keep the shape of the black-eyed peas better, but we also do it in order to make them more easily digestible. Because when you change water in legumes, and generally you lose some of the fiber, and then they become more easily digestible.
Okay. So they keep better color that way too,
of
right?
course, of course.
What can I help you with here?
So we will make one sauce here, one dressing. We will use the juice of the tangerines. Let's go and peel these tangerines, and then we will cut them in nice small cubes. We will do the same with the figs, and the same goes with the walnuts.
Okay, great. Is there a difference between using tangerines or oranges or lemons or...
The main difference is in the sugar they contain. We know that lemons are really low in sugar. Let's say that 2 tangerines like this contain all the vitamin C you need in a day.
We're using some interesting ingredients in the salad, figs and raisins and walnuts. These are not typically associated with, foods that people eat when they want to lose a little weight.
What I'm trying to do with my work at Diet Stories is to convince people that you don't have to eat just chicken and vegetables when you want to lose weight. You can do an amazing variety of recipes, and that's what we are doing right now. We have figs, we have walnuts. So let's move on with our tangerines.
We have, in the Mediterranean, the diet is so naturally so healthy. They don't think about this as a superfood.
Yeah, because it's everyday food, and that's
because it's everyday food.
Yeah, exactly. So let's cut this in pieces.
Okay. How many portions will this end up being?
4.
Oh, this will be 4 portions. Okay.
Of approximately 400 kilocalories, which makes the recipe ideal for people that are trying to lose weight.
How are the beans doing?
I think with 10 minutes past, we should strain them. So after we have strained them, let's use the vegetable stock in order to boil them for 25 more minutes.
I do the same thing, and they retain their light color. Let me turn this on. Why are beans considered a superfood?
They're an excellent source of protein because they have more than 7 grams of protein per half cup. So if you eat 1.5 cup, you get more than 20 grams of protein. They also have iron, and in order to absorb the iron better, as many people know, we use vitamin C. When they exist in the same meal, fiber and vitamin C, the absorption of iron is much better. So let's make the sauce.
Let's make the sauce. You need an immersion blender, right?
Yes,
I have one right here.
Exactly.
What is a superfood? It's something that's just nutritionally dense, like packs a lot of power in a small amount.
That's how superfood is considered, and different countries have different superfoods. When you are in Greece, you don't have to use quinoa or blackberries as your superfood. You can use your food like figs, like walnuts, like honey. It's rich in sugars, we know that, but it's very, very rich in iron as well. And
honey is rich in iron?
Yes, and it helps the absorption as well. So let's pour this here.
So this is the tangerine juice.
Exactly. From approximately 2 tangerines.
Okay.
Then we'll use a little bit of balsamic vinegar.
Okay.
We will use some of the honey here.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the darker the honey, the more minerally it is, the more rich in minerals.
And we like the thickness in the honey. It shows a good honey.
And this
not
is
processed.
This is turmeric.
Turmeric, exactly.
Why is turmeric this hot new? People are obsessed with turmeric.
It's full of antioxidant, and it's very, very good at preventing cancer and other diseases. So we really love to use it in our dishes. And many scientific facts show that when you absorb it from food, it's much better than absorbing it from supplements.
A little black pepper.
Exactly.
And I gave you my good sea salt there.
Amazing, amazing. And a little bit of mustard.
Is salt a superfood?
The bad thing about salt is that it is in almost every processed food. We don't need that kind of salt. We prefer sea salt. Salt is a mean to add flavor to everything.
What about olive oil? To me,
yes, it's olive oil.
The superfood.
Okay, I am a little bit stingy with olive oil because it's full of calories. It is a Greek superfood, but we have to use 3 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil per day. You don't need more than that. So let's add a little bit of olive oil. There you go.
So your little bit and my little bit are very different.
Our dressing is ready.
Okay.
Simple as that. Diane, I think we're ready.
So
You
they've
see?
absorbed all the broth.
Yes, we
Okay.
put the exact amount of vegetable stock, so we don't need to remove any of the liquid. It's all absorbed.
Okay.
Let's go. Ah, nice.
So I'm adding the tangerines.
Perfect.
That's beautiful colors.
Walnuts, everything goes in.
Okay, the walnuts,
Exactly. Figs
figs.
and the raisins. They are the Greek cranberries.
They are filled with iron.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Let's put the scallions in, yeah? And some of the thyme.
And why are herbs important? Are herbs superfoods?
Okay, they contain a really a small amount of antioxidants. They are not so important. They are important for flavor, though.
Yes.
Okay. Let's put the sauce as well, and we keep a little bit of the dressing for plating, but most of the sauce goes in. Okay.
And I can just mix?
Let's mix now. Yeah. So we have all the Greek superfoods in one plate. You see?
Okay, this looks really great.
Yeah. So we can go ahead and serve.
I really can't wait to taste this.
Me too.
It looks really healthy, but it also looks really vibrant.
And delicious, yeah. Thank you.
This is healthy, plant-based, beautiful colors. Let's taste it. I'm impressed. It's delicious.
And very, very healthy and really low in calories, huh?
From sort of an aesthetic, culinary point of view, having different textures in a dish makes it interesting. And also different, there's a lot of different complex flavors going on in here too. The beans are super earthy. You get the acid from the balsamic vinegar. I can definitely taste the turmeric. But what's the most startling is the tangerine, the flavor of the tangerine.
And it goes great with the figs and with the raisin. It works really great.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
This next dish is really interesting because it's very ancient in many ways. It's also got some religious significance, but it's also a superfood in its own right. So it's called Varvara, which is kind of a wheat pudding. In its own right, it's a total superfood, right?
Wheat is in the base of the Mediterranean nutrition pyramid, so it's a very important food for us.
Okay.
And add here the boiling water for approximately 30 minutes.
No soaking or anything.
No. We are gonna add some petimezi here.
Oh, we call this grape molasses in English.
And it's a very, very nice way to sweeten your dishes.
And I know, as a woman of a certain age, that it's very rich in iron and really good for you.
But we don't use it a lot.
I use it in salad dressings.
Ah, okay, okay. So let's go with the raisins.
Why are raisins a superfood?
Raisins is a great superfood because of its iron, and they also have zinc. Really, really important for athletes and for normal people. Now we will need to have the figs and the pistachios and the walnuts.
Oh, they're all going in now.
Everything goes
Okay.
inside. I will add a little bit of cinnamon now, which goes great with all these flavors.
So asures or Varvara, it's definitely got pagan roots, this dish. Wheat is very symbolic food.
Yeah. Let's go with the orange zest in.
So this dish is made traditionally to celebrate the name day of Saint Barbara
Yes, the 4th
on
of
December 4th.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know that because I'm the child of Greek parochial schools.
Okay. So figs go in, and then we go with the walnuts and with the pistachios. And given the chance here, to talk a little bit about pistachios, which in Greek we say fistiki eginis.
Fistiki Eginis, from Egina.
From Egina, which is the island that is really, really close to Piraeus. And we have this amazing produce from this island. This produce, this nut, is very, very low in fat and really low, yes, for nuts generally. It's the lowest in calories and the lowest in fat. All the other nuts have more calories and fat than pistachio, than fistiki.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. They're also totally addictive. So you want these to be coarsely chopped?
Coarsely, exactly.
Okay.
Not fine. For the end, we have the toppings, the sesame seeds and pomegranate.
This is, to me, this would be a perfect breakfast.
Yeah, it is a good breakfast because it has a good protein value, not too many calories. Thank you, Diane.
You're welcome. Here, there are a few
That's your zine.
few stragglers here.
Look at this, it thickened a lot, and we will use at the end the cornstarch in order to have it thicken.
bring it together.
Exactly, and we just need the walnuts now.
Oh, you need these also to be chopped, right?
You can keep some for garnish.
I'll keep 2 pieces for garnish. The orange smells really good.
And it's a good addition, the zest, yeah, the orange.
And why are walnuts good for us?
All nuts are good, but because they have omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, in moderation they help to reduce the cholesterol levels. We're almost ready. It will thicken a little bit with the cornstarch. Perfect.
And at what point does this go in?
At any point from now on, so we add a little bit of hot water here. Nice.
And this, I mean, this is really easy. You
it
just
is.
cook this until it becomes thick, essentially, right?
In 2 or 5 minutes from now.
It's great. In terms of the Mediterranean diet, the Greek diet, desserts tend not to be part of a meal, right?
Best thing is to leave a space, a gap of 2 hours, and then have your dessert, which is not what we do in everyday life. So look.
That's a long Greek meal.
Yeah. It's thickened, it's perfect, it doesn't need any more cooking. It's ready to be served. Yes. So easy.
I'm really curious to see the texture of this.
We can try, it's ready.
For sure. It's really dense and luscious and juicy.
We can add some extra cinnamon and the pomegranates and the sesame.
I love pomegranate, and I use it a lot in all sorts of dishes. I eat a lot of it for breakfast with yogurt. So a little bit of sesame. I'm just going to do this with my hands,
yes,
okay? We just sprinkle some pomegranate.
Such a difficult word. It's rodi in Greek.
Pomegranate. Rodi is easy in Greek, yeah. And the sesame seeds. And these are toasted. And sesame is also extremely nutritious.
It is.
Packed
We
with-
make tahini, which we love.
I love tahini. That's the sesame paste. And what sesame is also very good, it's filled with calcium, right?
Yes.
A little cinnamon, right?
Of course. Thank you. Let's have a taste now. It's hot.
It's great. What I love about this is that it's not too sweet.
Yes.
There's enough sweetness to satisfy the urge to have something sweet. There's also the raisins and the figs are sweet. I love the freshness of the pomegranate with the warmth of the wheat. This is great.
Yeah, it's great for breakfast, it's great for a snack, it's great for any time you have a craving for something sweet. Perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That seems delicious. Let's pour some wine.
Yeah, please do. This is a robola from
Κεφαλονιά.
Kefalonia. Very small vineyard, like many Greek vineyards.
So let's try, Come on. Very nice, huh?
So can I call this a superfood carrot soup?
Yes, of course. Every vegetable soup could be a superfood soup. What kind of vegetables do we have here?
Carrot, sweet potato, a little bit of potato, onions, garlic, all that stuff, leek.
Okay, nice.
All sorts of spices and a little Greek yogurt.
Does it have ginger in it?
It does.
I can taste it. Yeah.
And ginger is really good for you, right?
Yes. Okay, very nice soup. Well done.
Ancient foods, ancient wine, good company.
Yamas. Thanks for
Cheers.
having me.
Thank you.
For recipe links and information about my Greek table, visit my website, dianekochilas.com.
Diane's cookbooks, My Greek Table and Ikaria, are available to purchase online at dianekochilas.com or call the phone number on the screen.
Next time, we should do it on my kitchen, okay?
For sure. This is one way I got my kids to eat vegetables.
By making soups,
Yeah.
we do it a lot as well. Let's have one more.
Bon appetit. Καλή όρεξη. And this is a complete meal, right? I mean, a bean salad, the vegetable soup,
We do have the legumes, we have our vegetables, we don't need anything more.
a little wine for...
Cheers.
Cheers.